This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Man, we want to welcome you, Oklahoma Sports Network, to Gibstone Leroy Black Field, Harmeyer Fieldhouse, right here in Marlow, Oklahoma, for Marlow Outlaw Baseball. Man, it's going to be a great day of baseball, Jordy, and we are hosting today the Long Grove Longhorns. And, Jordy, you and I had a chance to talk a little bit with their coach today and just kind of get a feel for Long Grove. And 16-3, they're coming in here. Took a tough loss early in the season to Ada, lost to Sulphur next game, and then had a loss to Wright City over spring break. And but Coach had high hopes for them. He talked really good about the team, a bunch of young kids. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great conversation with Coach over at Long Grove today. Yeah, it's got a young team. There's only one senior on the team this year for Long Grove. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors, a lot of underclassmen. Today they are starting their ace, going to be number 8, Kyle Miller is going to be the pitcher for the Long Grove Longhorns today. Man, it's a beautiful day here in Marlow, America. A little worried when I first woke up this morning, Randy. It was overcast. It's kind of cool. But, man, I'm really glad they moved this game back an hour. Man, the sun has come out. You feel the heat. It's warm. Feels like baseball, man. Yeah,
it definitely is. The field looks great. You know, Coach Morgan and his staff do a great job of keeping the water off of this field, and it's got a nice crown to it, so
Absolutely.
The water just rolls off. And, man, it's a great day for baseball, just like you said.
Yeah, man, you and I both had an opportunity to kind of walk around the field for game time today. Man, the field is in great shape. It's dry. Man, it's going to be a great day.
Marlow Outlaws today, 14-3, a heartbreaking loss over the weekend to Fort Cobb Broxton in their tournament. Jordy, if you're talking about keys to the game today for the Outlaws, what are you thinking they got to do today?
Yeah, Randy, I think they got to do 3 things today to get away with this is a district game, correct? Right?
District
game,
yeah,
big
4-3,
game.
Yep.
Big district game today. I think they got to do 3 things. Number 1, my first key to the game would be just 21 outs. You know, this is a 7-inning game. They got to get 21 outs without making an error. I think defense is key. Last broadcast, that was what, I would say won them the game was their defense. So they got to keep playing really strong defense. Number 2, man, the pitcher for the Marlow Outlaws today is going to be number 2, Cooper Smith. Some would say between him and Brendan Morgan is kind of a toss-up between who's the Outlaws' ace. But, yeah, man, Cooper's got to go out there and just throw strikes.
Yep.
That's what, Brendan struggled with that a little bit last week. Had a great game, but just he hit some batters, walked some batters. Cooper's got to go out there, just establish the strike zone. He's got a 4-pitch mix. He's got a fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. He's just got to go out there and get ahead of batters. The third thing I would say is, man, they just got to have some patient at-bats. The Long Grove Longhorns are going to be throwing their ace. And our batters, outlaw batters got to go up with a game plan. They got to have an idea, situational hitting, know what they're going to do with the ball, have a game plan before they step up in the plate.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Man, I want to go over starting lineup here real fast. Let's start with Long Grove. And, Jordy, if you'll take Long Grove's starting lineup here,
Sure.
or batting lineup, please.
Yeah, starting today, the batting lineup for the Long Grove Longhorns is going to be number 2, playing center field, Blade Wilkerson. Pitcher, number 8, Kyle Miller. Batting third, first baseman, number 3, Cale Sutterth. Batting cleanup for the Longhorns is going to be the shortstop, number 19, Jackson Lee. Batting number 5th, second baseman, number 4, Jackson Grace. Playing catcher today for the Longhorns is going to be number 23, Cale McLean. Next is going to be right fielder, number 22, Deacon Singleton. Batting 8th for the Longhorns is going to be left fielder, number 11, Trent Denning. And batting last for the Longhorns is going to be the third baseman, number 1, Brody Harris.
Brody Harris batting last for the Longhorns. And then going to the Marlow Outlaws batting lineup today will be, Jordy, take that.
Yeah, batting leadoff for the Marlow Outlaws is going to be number 3, Kyle Seeley. Batting second is going to be number 21, Brennan Morning. Batting third is going to be number 12, Will Bergner. Batting cleanup today is going to be the pitcher on the mound for the Outlaws, number 2, Cooper Smith. Batting fifth is going to be number 7, Avery Payne. Avery's fresh off of the injured list here.
That's right.
Here on the Outlaws, batting DH for us today. Number 10 is going to be next is going to be number 10, Jace Gilbert. Next is going to be number 1, Tyler Callahan out in right field. Number 11, Briscoe Smith playing short today for us. And number 6, Cade Gilbert is going to be batting last for the Outlaws, playing in left field. Catching today is going to be number 20, Kyle Wilson. Kyle's going to be DH, as I mentioned earlier, by Avery Payne.
Yeah. Hey, I want to take a second just to thank our sponsors here on Oklahoma Sports Network, starting with Marlow First. Exist to see lives changed by the gospel one step at a time. Also, O'Neill's Foreign Car Service. Call Mark or David or Jake, one of those guys, to get your car in for service, 252-0123. Also, Artie Brown Properties and Management. Check us out on Facebook for available properties here in town. And last but not least, Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and loyal to you. Jordy, it's a beautiful day. The wind's kind of blowing. We talked about this. You and I kind of went out on the field and felt how the wind was blowing today. And the last time we said, it was kind of really hard. If you're looking like we're looking on your screen from right to left, it was really coming that way. And today I feel like it may be a little bit different.
Yeah, Randy, a little bit. Last broadcast, you can see we're zooming in on the flag out there for you, so you can see where the wind's blowing. Last week, the wind was blowing kind of more across the field, which was, if you were batting right-handed, was a really good wind for you. If you were batting left-handed, not so good. But today, I think the wind has shifted a little bit. But earlier, about an hour ago, it felt like the wind was blowing straight in from center field. But as you can see how the American flag is blowing for us out there, it looks like it's maybe going back across the field again, which is going to be a really good day if you're a right-handed batter. It's going to be a really tough day if you're a lefty. Either way, I would argue that, it's a pitcher's win. If you're playing ball today, you want to be the pitcher. You want to be the pitcher, not the hitter.
Yep. The Outlaws are taking the field, and that means we're going to take a quick break right here to thank a few of our sponsors on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll be right back.
We come from different backgrounds with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Sports Network, Marlow Outlaw Baseball. I'm Randy Brown. I'm here with Jordy McCaskill, and a great day for baseball. Outlaws have taken infield, and we're ready to kick this thing off in the top of the first inning. Cooper Smith on the mound for the Outlaws, pitching to Blade Wilkerson. And nice throw out there by Brennan Morgan at third.
Yeah, absolutely. Great first start of the game. This is exactly what we talked about with the keys of the game at the very beginning, is for Cooper to establish that first pitch strike and to play defense, and that is exactly what happened. One pitch, one out. That's a good way. Good good way to start for the Outlaws.
Yeah, absolutely. If he can do that 2 more times, we will be in and out of here, Jordy. So here we go,
Yeah,
Cooper Smith.
I don't know if I've ever seen a 3-pitch inning. And we're not going to have one today.
We're not going to get one today. So with strike 1 to Kyle Miller. Cooper pitching out of the windup here. Well, just a little bit high.
Yeah, you can tell he's really trying to establish that fastball first pitch and get ahead of the pitchers.
Yep.
Get ahead the batters, that is.
Little foul ball there. It's just another strike, Jordy. So we're sitting here at 1-2 now.
Yeah, this is exactly what we talked about Cooper's got to do today. He's got to work ahead of these batters. That's what we mean is getting ahead, is having more strikes on them than balls, and that's what he is. We've got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see if he can put him away right here. Just like that. Just like that. Randy, that's what we're talking about right there.
6-3. Ball's hit to Briscoe, and he makes an easy catch and throw there for the 6-3 out.
Yeah, you can see, man, Cooper's got a really, really strong curveball. That's what he finished the batter off there. He got him grounding out. You know, batter right there, he's got to lean back. He's got to hit that ball the opposite direction. That's what usually happens when you get caught off guard with a curveball is you kind of get out in front of it and you hit a ground ball, and that's just what happened.
Up to the plate, number 3, Cale Sutterth. Cale plays first base for the Longhorns. And he rips a foul ball down the first base line there on the first pitch. 0-1 count. 2 away. Nice.
Great pitch right there by Cooper. This is what we're talking about. He's got that great curveball. And as a left-handed batter, man, that is a really hard ball to pick up. You know, he's coming right. It feels like it's coming right at you, and it just breaks right across the plate. Great pitch by Cooper.
That had a lot of break on it, too.
Looks like he kind of hung that one a little bit, Randy. Looks like it's another off-speed pitch. I'm not sure. That might have been a slider. This curveball has a lot more break to it. I don't know if you can see it from home or from where you're streaming, but curveball's got a lot of break to it. That slider's going to have a little bit less of a bend, and that looks like what happened just there. Just kind of hung it a little bit.
0-2 in the dirt. 1-2 count.
Yeah, right there. It looks like he just kind of held on to that changeup a little too hard. That's what happens with that changeup, man. Sometimes when you throw that changeup, after you've been throwing that fastball, you can just really bury it down deep in front of the plate. And that's what looks like what just happened.
Not a bad pitch. You definitely don't want to leave that baby hanging out over the plate, and so not a bad pitch to throw it in the dirt if you have to there for sure. So Sutter calls time there from the plate, steps out and kind of regroups, and here we go, 1-2 count, 2 down for the Outlaws, top of the first inning. And he rings him up on a looking strikeout.
Great pitch right there. Just fastball away, and great way to end the inning there to K him up.
Yep. Great inning for the Outlaws to come out and establish a little defense there. So good job. Longhorns are going to take the field, and when they do, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Sports Network, right here, Gibstone, Leroy Blackfield, Marlow, Oklahoma. I'm Randy Brown. I'm joined by Jordy McCaskill. Marlow Outlaw baseball today, a beautiful afternoon for it. The wind's blowing in a little bit. They're playing the Lone Grove Longhorns. And Lone Grove comes up, gets a couple of pretty decent hits there, Jordy, first, and the Outlaws just really played great defense, and we're going to get to see a little bit of of Kyle Miller here on the mound for Lone Grove.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Outlaws did exactly kind of what we talked about they needed to do this game is just get 21 outs, 21 straight outs. And that's, I remember when I was playing high school baseball, that's what my baseball coach always emphasized. That was his philosophy, man. If you could get 21 straight outs without an error, the probability of winning that game goes up. And I believe that's a huge key to the game today for the Outlaws. They play defense, man. They go out there and they get – when balls are hit to them, they make plays, and they did just that.
Yep.
And Cooper Smith had a great first inning there. Kept his pitch count down and
established a curveball.
First pitch strikes and let his guys play defense.
Cole Seeley here, I almost said Kyle Seeley, his older brother, who also was a Marlow Outlaw, played baseball. So if you're listening, Kyle, which you may be, hey, I gave you a good shout out there.
There you go.
But this is Cole. And Cole has looked at a couple of balls here by Miller, and so we'll see what Cole's got up his sleeve here.
Yeah, sitting 2-0, man, you're just sitting dead fastball, just waiting on your perfect pitch. And if it's not there, like I said, we just got to be patient and wait for something else to come at us. That's a good take right there. That's a great pitch right there by Kyle Miller. I just said you're sitting here fastball. What does he throw? He throws a nasty curveball. And he threw it for a strike. It was a good pitch.
Yeah, that was a great pitch by Miller. Kind of coming in. It's always good when you can throw your off speed or your breaking pitch.
Yeah, and he went right back to it.
Yeah.
It seems right now he's just having a little trouble locating that fastball, but he's got that curveball right where he wants it.
2-2 count.
Yeah, Seeley's been patient. Now he's got to guard the plate. Let's see what he does here. I'd look for that curveball again outside.
I definitely think so. And he goes.
Looks like he went with a little two-seamer outside. Looks like he just missed off the black.
And that was just on the corner, too. I don't think the Lone Grove coach liked it very much, but as an Outlaw fan, I was glad it was outside. So Cole Seeley here, full count, going to have to protect the plate.
It's a great at-bat right there.
Good job.
Great at-bat right there, Ray. That's exactly what I talked about at the beginning of the game, is just being patient. Outlaw hitters got to be patient. He could have went out there and tried to take a cut at that fastball outside. And he waited. He took his time and waited on his pitch, and he never threw it to him. And here we go. We got a base runner.
Base runner on for second hole, Brennan Morgan, number 21, who's playing third today. Brennan's batting .564 on the year. Let's see what he can get stirred up here for the Outlaws.
Not even tested. Great jump, man. Cole Seeley had a great jump. Now, it helped a little bit that Kyle Miller threw an all-speed pitch there. And, and I think that's just good coaching by Coach Morgan. You see this guy, he's really been able to throw his curveball already to Cole, probably thinking he's going to throw a first-pitch curveball. That's a great time to run on an off-speed pitch.
Yep.
Good decision by Coach.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like to be a base hit by Morgan, who's going to drive in a run there. Left center field, big-time base hit by Brendan Morgan, and gets an RBI out of that.
Yeah, that's what I talked about too, Randy. It's just situational hitting, right? You got to have situational hitting, man. Great steal right there by Cole Seeley. Brendan Morgan came up. Situational hitting, got to get a base hit. Gets a base hit, gets an RBI.
Right in the gap, too. He was just waiting on his pitch, and when he got it, he drove it. Just keeping him honest over there, kind of checking him at first base. Morgan gets a single, drives in a run. The Outlaws are up in the bottom of the first, and Will Bergner's at the plate. Miller just seemed a touch low there.
Yeah, this is what Outlaws did last game we broadcasted, is they did a lot of small ball. You get a runner on first base, square around a bunt, move the runner over, let the next guy come up and do his job.
Yep.
We'll see what he does here.
Yeah, Bergner's batting .523 on the season. So let's see if he's going to square around here or if he's hitting away. He is swinging away.
Yeah, what a great pitch right there by Kyle Miller, man. Just those high fastballs are so hard to lay off because you see them better. As a hitter, you see that high fastball better than you see any other pitch that a pitcher's going to throw, and it just looks like you can hit it. But, man, it's going so much faster than you think it is, and it's hard to catch up with.
That was my Achilles there.
That's why. Is that why you didn't make it to college?
That's why I never made it.
Fastball?
Yeah, I never made it out of Marlow. Man, the high fastball.
You started buying rent houses instead.
Yeah,
huh?
that's right. Yeah, high fastball was the one that I wanted.
You do, man. They're just, you see them better. You see them
Yeah.
out of the pitcher's hand better, and you think you can catch up with it, but it's very deceiving.
Right there at the numbers, and
that might be your truck, Randy.
that's going to be Eric's car. Eric Sherham's joining us here, producing today, so that'll be the Oklahoma Sports Network car.
Well, I'll tell you what, about those high fastballs, another thing why, high fastballs are kind of coming back in even Major League Baseball is because of the uppercut swings. Many of these Major League Baseball players are now really trying to hit the ball up, and you have these uppercut swings. Got a ground ball here.
And Bergner with a ground ball to short on 6-3.
Yeah, it's going to be a fielder's choice there. Brennan got a good jump. It was a little off-speed pitch. Bergner hits a slow grounder out to the shortstop, which allows Brendan Morgan to get to second base. We got another runner in scoring position here. Pitchers coming up. Number 2, Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith here, batting in the cleanup spot today. Let's see what Cooper's got. Lefty.
I remember in high school, Randy, when it was my day to pitch, it was always hard to hit.
Yeah.
Because you're so focused on trying to pitch. This hitting just kind of comes second. But let's see. I'm guessing Cooper's a better athlete than me. He can probably figure it out today.
Well, he was squaring around there maybe to get a bunt, and a little ball thrown outside by Miller.
Man, I noticed Marlow does that a lot this year. Do a lot of just squaring around a bunt. I don't know if they're always trying to do a bunt or if that's just a take or, it's just hard to tell. But it is a good strategy for young pitchers.
Well, and, the last game we broadcast last week, we saw quite a few bunts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think that I don't think they're opposed to small ball coming out here and moving base runners around and putting runs on the board.
Yeah, man, Kyle Miller, again, he's really got a good feel on that curveball today. He's thrown that curveball for a strike more than he has his fastball today, which is a little odd. It's a little different. Usually you have a good feel for the fastball, but he's got a good feel for that curveball today.
1-1 count. Just low there to Cooper Smith. 2-1 count for Miller here. 1 out. We are in the bottom of the first inning. Outlaws are leading 1-0. 2-1 count for Cooper Smith. Just a bit high there. Cooper's batting .324 on the year, so he's definitely not afraid to put the bat on the ball, and so.
Yeah, he's sitting here 3-1. On a normal day, I would say he's just dead fastball.
Yeah.
But Kyle Miller is already he's already let the outlaw hitters know I'm not afraid to throw that curveball in an unfavorable count. So see what he does. He threw it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went back
right to it.
Not many high school baseball players are throwing curveballs on 3-1, but man, he's got a really good feel for it. And man, when you're sitting 3-1, really the philosophy is what pitch can I know I can throw for a strike? And you can tell today it's his curveball. He feels really good and feel very confident about throwing that curveball for a strike. I wouldn't be surprised if Cooper sees another one here with 3-2.
I think you're probably right here. 3-2 count. Miller's checking his armband there for the sign, and I bet you're right. Yep.
Yeah, he sure did. He hit a 3-2 curveball. Yeah.
3-2. Cooper just kind of check swings that, gets a foul ball, and looks like catcher's going to go out.
Number 23, Cale McLean, the catcher for the Long Grove I almost said Pirates, Longhorns, is going to go out and make him a little visit. Maybe they're probably just changing up the signs. Hey, man, listen, you got that curveball. It's looking good. Let's see if we can sneak a fastball by him.
Yep.
And what he did earlier, Will Bergner, he may come back here with Cooper. If I'm Cooper, he's thrown me 2 curveballs. I'm on it. I'm fouling it off. If I'm Cooper, I'm probably sitting fastball and probably going to be something high.
Yeah.
High fastball, see if he can catch up with it. Really what Cooper wants to do is lay off of it. If it's a high fastball, lay off of it. But like you said, it's hard to lay off those high fastballs.
It's hard to do. Full count.
He went back to that curveball, got a ground out to the first baseman.
Cooper Smith with
Now batting for the Outlaws, the DH, number 7, Avery Payne.
Second out there, ground ball, first baseman who takes it himself. And but here's what happens.
Yeah, we moved Brennan over, yeah.
Moved Brennan over. Avery's DHing today. So coming in here, and we got Brennan in scoring position, 2 down. And we're going to see. Man, he has been solid with the curveball.
Yeah, and Avery looked a little surprised about it. You saw Avery kind of backed off a little bit from the plate.
Because backed off up here.
Yeah, because right out of his hand, it's looking like he's coming right at his left shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of break on it. Yeah. There he goes again to it. Man, if I'm Avery, he's thrown 3-1 curveball to Cooper, 3-2 curveball to Cooper, full count curveball to Cooper. Yep. He started me off with 2 curvebaws. I'm sitting curveball. I'm waiting on the curveball.
I'm definitely waiting on the curveball here. He's throwing it for a strike. And he goes
right back to the he went right back to the fastball. Man, it's just great pitching, man. I tell you what, Kyle Miller really starting to establish that curveball. Came back with a fastball. If he gets locating that fastball, it could mean trouble for the outlaw hitters.
Yep, for sure. Hey, we are going into the second inning, and we're going to take a quick break right here on Oklahoma Sports Network.
Forgiven.
Thought so. Bundle bakery favorites like a tasty apple fritter, sweet cinnamon roll, or blueberry muffin with any size soft drink or premium roast coffee for just $3.
Back here on Oklahoma Sports Network, I'm Randy Brown, joined by Jordy McCaskill, right here at Gibstone Leroy Black Field, Harmeyer Fieldhouse, Marlow Outlaw Baseball on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Beautiful.
And
Randy, I was going to share something today. About baseball. I'm a huge baseball fan. Everybody who knows me, I love watching fall baseball, Major League Baseball, and outlaw baseball. And I saw something really interesting, and it made me think of it during the last inning when Lone Grove we think they made a call to timeout, maybe swap up the signs. Have you seen this in Major League Baseball? The catchers in Major League Baseball are wearing an electronic device on their forearms, and the pitcher is wearing a device inside the bill of their hat. I'll let you make the call right here, Randy. We'll finish the story in a second.
Fly ball here to left field. Ball's easily caught out there. We got one away for the Outlaws. Great bit of pitching there by Cooper Smith. All right, Jordy, go on.
So what they're doing is the pitcher has a device in the bill of his hat, and the catcher's pushing a button that says fastball away, and there's a little Alexa voice in the pitcher's hat that says fastball away. And they're doing away with signs.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I had no idea that even
What do you think about
existed.
that? Are you more of a baseball purist? Do you think they should just keep the signs? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I just think that, signs have been part of the game for so long, and, I'm afraid that, before long, we won't even need umpires because everything will be video replayable. And, right now, I mean, the strike zone, if you're watching a game, an MLB game or even a college game, they're showing the strike zone, and it's giving you reason to question that umpire. And when the ball's outside and everybody's yelling, "Oh man, come on!" So I like the fact that that there's a little human error involved. And
certainly,
wow, what a great curveball! I just have to. Holy cow, that was a great curveball by Cooper Smith, kind of set him up there.
Let's just talk about, we're sitting here talking, but let's talk about how he just set that up. He just established that fastball. He went 1-2, fastball, and he just came back with just a nasty curveball to get him out. That's going to be 2 outs for the Outlaws here in the top of the second.
Yep, 2 away. And Smith gets a nice foul ball there to the catcher, Cale McLean. 0-1 count for McLean. Cooper Smith on the mound. Just a little bit low. Looks like. So, yeah, Jordy, what I'm thinking is, just like I like that we have umpires, and I like that there's a little human error in the game. And,
right.
So, just even that idea that you're getting signs, electronically by Alexa. I don't even have Alexa at my house, so
yeah.
I don't know. Call me old school, okay? If you want to.
Looks like we got a pop up here.
Pop up. Nice play there.
Great inning by Cooper right there, man. Just really, man, working fast, throwing strikes, playing defense. This is exactly what the Outlaws got to do today.
Yep. Field 4 there. Third out. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. The Outlaws are leading 1-0, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Forgiven.
Thought so. Bundle bakery favorites like a tasty apple fritter, sweet cinnamon roll, or blueberry muffin with any size soft drink or premium roast coffee for just $3.
Welcome back to Marlow Outlaw Baseball right here in Marlow, Oklahoma. Gibbstone, Leroy Blackfield. I'm Randy Brown here with Jordy McCaskill. Eric Sherm here joining us, producing today. And, man, the Outlaws, what a great day for baseball. I just feel like I have to say that every single time. If you're sitting at home or if you're at work today and you're having to watch this
we're sorry.
Online with us, we're doing this for you. But it is beautiful out here, and this is what spring baseball is all about, days like today. So
absolutely.
Here we go into the bottom of the second inning. Jace Gilbert coming up to the bat for the Outlaws. Kyle Miller still on the mound for the Longhorns. And we'll see what Miller's got here. You said it. If he can get this fastball going, there could be a little trouble. But
absolutely.
He's going right back to the curveball.
He's going right back to that curveball, Randy. And if I'm an Outlaw hitter, man, you want to wait on that fastball because that's where you can, that's what you feel comfortable with. But, man, he is throwing that curveball well for strikes today.
Seeing again just a little bit low. Jace batting .424 on the season, so definitely slugging.
Well, just the last two batters, he first two pitches to the last two batters were curveballs.
Yep, and he's throwing them for a strike. So 1-1 count, and that one was coming right for us. 1-2 count. Jace fouls that off there.
And see, this is where he's kind of got you, right? He's establishing that fastball for strikes. He's throwing that curveball for a strike whenever he wants.
Yep.
Now as a hitter, you're kind of behind the count. You really don't know what to expect.
Yep.
If I'm Jace, I'm sitting curveball.
I'm sitting curveball. I'm thinking fastball, and he sits right on the curveball.
That is exactly how you do it right there, Randy. That's exactly what I'm talking about, my friend. Like sitting curveball. If you're a right-handed batter facing a right-handed pitcher. And what I mean by sitting curveball, I mean you're hitting and driving the ball line drive to right field. The only way you can hit as a right-handed batter facing a right-handed pitcher a curveball to the left is if he hangs it.
Yeah.
But, man, Miller is really establishing that curveball down and on the plate away. And, man, that's how you do it. Jace Gilbert, great piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, inside out for Jace, kind of just really hitting what Miller gave him.
That's right,
and Man, that's a big time baseball for high school kids, just to be able to do that, and that's exactly what Jace did. Good job there by Jace, and Callahan's, and nobody home for the throwdown, and Gilbert's going to take second. Maybe some confusion there, Jordy.
Yeah, a little bit confusion between the catcher number 23 Cole McLean and the first baseman Cale Sutterth. Cale was charging for the bunt.
Yep.
He had number 1 for the Outlaws, Callahan. Yeah, Callahan was squared away for the bunt. Sutterth was coming in for to field the bunt, and the catcher for the Long Grove just threw it. No one's there.
Yeah, no one's home. Moves up Jace, and so he's taking second base. We got a 1-1 count, and
Randy, to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if Sutterth was on first base, if he could even have caught that ball. It was pretty wildly thrown.
He sailed it a little bit for sure. Sutterth's, pretty tall kid there.
Man,
so.
most of all these Long Grove kids are tall.
They're all pretty big.
The majority of them are.
Yeah.
I felt like I was walking around kind of meeting some of the team earlier. I felt like saying yes, sir, to a few of them, There's some tall kids down there in Long Grove.
Yeah.
Good-sized kids, man.
Yeah. Good community there, Long Grove, and they definitely kind of outside of the Ardmore area, and just a good community of folks there, and a former Outlaw as a coach over there for them, Kenny Ridley, and so man, it's just Callahan with a big time shot, and man, I thought Gilbert might be heading that way, but. Coach holds him up there at third, and that's a good move there.
Yeah, well, the reason for that is because of the wind, Randy.
Yeah.
We talked about the wind at the beginning of the broadcast and how that wind is blowing straight in from right field, and these outfielders are playing, closer in because nothing's going to get hit over their head today, But
Yep.
Callahan hits a great line drive, and because he had some good exit velocity on it, it got out to the right fielder. Singleton, and he was able to get it in, and he did textbook baseball. He hit his cutoff man and saved a run there probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Briscoe Smith now here for the Outlaws. Briscoe's playing shortstop today, and man, just watching them warm up, Jordy, this kid's got a cannon for an arm, and I'm so impressed with him as a freshman, and man, he really has a strong arm and very good baseball knowledge. So he's squared around here for a bunt, and gonna foul that off. So gives Miller a little something to think about here on the mound, and runners on the corners.
Nobody out.
No outs. Got a 0-1 count to Briscoe, and see what Coach Morgan's got dialed up here for him.
Well, we didn't brag on Tyler enough, man. A great piece of hitting by Tyler Callahan too. Wasn't the curveball, but it was a fastball away, and that is exactly what a mature hitter does with a fastball away.
Yep.
You hit it to the opposite field. That's textbook hitting 101.
Yep. And it was just. Briscoe looks at a curveball there for a strike.
Yeah, Miller's probably going to go back to that curveball here, try to get a ground ball. Maybe he's probably willing to give up the run here on third base, but if he could get a ground ball, get a double play, it's probably what he's thinking here.
Yep, 0-2 count to Briscoe Smith. Miller on the mound for Long Grove.
And you can tell it's what the Long Grove's playing. They're in double play depth.
Nope. Just a bobble there at home plate by Sutter. He just could not get a hold of that, and Gilbert comes in, slides for another run for the Outlaws.
Yeah, man, great throw out there by the right fielder.
That was a
Deacon singled.
he
got behind the ball. He did exactly what he was. He did his job, man. He threw it right. He didn't. The catcher, McLean, he just one-hopped him. He just couldn't grab a hold of it. But man, if he would, Gilbert would have been out at home.
Yeah,
the throw beat him.
Yeah, the throw was there, and he just, McLean just could not get a handle on it there, and just kind of bobbled around there a second, and man, that's a lot of pressure too. Man, another great bunt there by Cade Gilbert. Cade bunts. And back to the top of the order for the Outlaws here. Cole Seeley coming back up here in the bottom of the second. The Outlaws are up 2-0 on the Long Grove Longhorns. And Kyle Miller still on the mound for Long Grove. He's pitched a great game so far, 2 innings, 1 2/3. And so
yeah, he is. The scores really hasn't shown how good of a game he's throwing. He had a little trouble locating that fastball, but he figured it out late in that first inning. And the Outlaws have just done some good hitting, man.
Yep. It has been it's been a hitter's game for them for sure, and even the couple of really good base hits that have been kind of outside pitches, opposite field hits for the Outlaws. Have been scoring hits, and that's exactly, and that's what they got to do. They got to do capitalize on that. So,
well, even on that swing right there, Cole has a good foul off. Yeah, you see right there. I mean, Miller's trying to establish that backdoor curveball on that lefty, and Cole did a great job on the pitch before that, just fouling it off. But he had a good mindset. You could tell he's trying to go opposite field with that. And that's what you got to do. If you're a lefty and you're batting right and you're facing a right-hand pitcher, you're still in that backdoor curveball, you got to think left field, and that's what he's thinking.
Yep, 1-2 count here. Fastball just low, 2-2 count to Cole.
Yeah, and if I'm Cole here, man, I'm choking up a little bit. I want to have a short stroke, but I'm really sitting that backdoor curveball here. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, I think he's going to definitely be looking for the curveball here from Miller. There it is, and Cole.
That's exactly what you got to do right there, Randy. Great piece of situational hitting. That is exactly. I wonder if he's got a headset in his ears because he heard exactly what I said, man. I was sitting there saying, if he throws that backdoor curveball, you're thinking left field the whole way, man. I really, really, really love the approach of these outlaw hitters today, man. They are sitting on that curveball, and that's what you do with a curveball, man. Unless he hangs it, man, if he's throwing the ball well, and Miller's throwing the ball good. That was a great pitch.
Yeah,
he threw that backdoor curveball.
It's just been a great day for the bats for the Outlaws here. In 2 innings, we're seeing a lot of hits, and they're just being able to capitalize on the curveball throw, by Miller, and they're just sitting back and waiting, driving that ball to opposite field.
Yeah, and I think if you're Miller, you can't be too frustrated with yourself. I mean, you're throwing strikes, but I think, a myth of good pitching is that you have to throw strikes all the time. You have to throw pitches that are almost strikes sometimes. Another great jump right there by number 3, Cole Seeley. That's his second stolen base of the day.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going back to the pitching. Sometimes I think you always want to establish strikes. You always want to throw strikes, but sometimes good pitchers throw pitches that look like strikes, but they're not. And I think that's just where he's just got to miss that just a little bit, and he could probably get a little bit softer contact from the outlaw hitters.
Yeah. Right now they're on it for sure with 4 hits for the day already for the Outlaws, and here we are in the bottom of the second. So score's 3-0. Outlaws lead, and there's 2 outs. So Miller is definitely looking here with Brennan Morgan at the plate. He really wants Brennan to hit something, ground ball, let his defense do some work. That is
that's what I was talking about. He hung that one a little bit, and if he hangs that one, Brennan's going to put one over the fence.
Yeah, that may not that the only park that wouldn't have gone out of was Yellowstone, and so he hit that ball a long way.
He really did. He hit it about 800 feet. Foul, but he did hit it a very long way. I bet it's over there in one of the fields.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with the wind blowing, it may be on Rush Springs, Randy, to be honest with you.
It could be a 1-1 count for Brendan Morgan. 2 outs for the Outlaws. Morgan looks at a nice fastball there. Miller kind of keeping him on his toes there a little bit.
Well,
you
you can just tell Brennan was sitting curveball. That's exactly. I mean, he was just sitting waiting for a curveball, and that's okay, man. That's what sometimes you just get beat on a pitch, but the bat's not over. You go back and battle.
Yep, yeah, and that's what I was sitting on too. There, honestly, Miller's kind of thrown that curveball in that 1-1 count situation. Right. So
yeah,
I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I'd look for it right here.
Just a little bit low there. 2-2 for Brennan Morgan. Outlaws lead 3-0. Kyle Miller on the mound for the Lone Grove Longhorns. Two count. Morgan at the plate. And nice pitch there.
Yeah, great pitch by Kyle Miller. I mean, he just painted that outside corner on that pitch. Good pitch to finish the inning.
Yep. Yeah, that was a great pitch by Kyle Miller. Hey, we got 3-2 Outlaws. We're heading to the top of the third. I'm Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill. You're watching on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Here's our target. We're shooting azimuth at all in. Great drill weekend, everyone. See y'all again next month.
In the Oklahoma Army National Guard, you don't have to choose between civilian and military lifestyle.
Hey, we're back here on Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill joining me, Eric Sharam here. Gibstone, Leroy Blackfield, Harmeyer Fieldhouse, Marlow, Oklahoma. Man, we are here, Marlow Outlaw Baseball. Man, what a great day. And right now it's a great day for the Outlaws.
Yeah,
3-0 Outlaws heading to the top of the third, Jordy.
Yeah, they're in the bottom of the second. The Outlaws had 3 hits. 2 runs, and, man, just a great inning, facing a good pitcher.
Yep. Miller is definitely pitching for the Lone Grove, and, man, he's had a good outing so far for sure, and kind of established that curveball and has come back with his fastball some. But right now on the mound, Cooper Smith for the Outlaws, who has held them scoreless, hitless, and so we'll see if Cooper can keep that going. Nice little bunt there, 1-3 out for the Outlaws.
Great job by Cooper there to field his position. That can be a tough play for a lefty because he's got to field the ball, turn across his body, and fire it over to first, and he did it textbook, man. Great play by Cooper.
Yeah, good job, Cooper Smith. Now for the Lone Grove is number 11, Trent Denning. Trent's playing center field, and he rips one out to right to Callahan.
Yeah, you could tell Trent was just kind of sitting fastball right there, and he got his pitch, and he fired one off to right field. That's the Longhorns' first hit of the game.
Yep. Nice bit of hitting there by Trent, batting in the 8 hole. And here we go, number 1, Brody Harris for Lone Grove. Looks like he was wanting to square around maybe there.
Randy, I was really hoping we could call a no-hitter today, but that's over. There's no chance of us calling a no-hitter now.
Glad you didn't say anything before.
I was not. No, I was not going to be that guy, man. I'm not. I'm just a little stitious, not superstitious.
Now, nice. Umpire calls for the field ump to make that call, and we got a 0-2 count on Brody Harris, the Longhorns. 0-2 for Cooper Smith here. Maybe throw him something high or – oh, man.
And what a great bunt right there by number 2, Blade Wilkerson. I mean, that you know, when you put a bunt down, there's kind of a no man's land between the catcher, the pitcher, and the third baseman, and he put it right in the no man's land. Let's see if we can get you a replay here. There it is right there. Look at this, lady. Man, that's the no man's land. That's the Bermuda Triangle of bunts right there. That's where you want to put it.
All right.
Longhorn's got a little something cooking here.
A little something. Runners first, second. And back to the top of the order for the Longhorns. Blade Wilkerson now coming up. Top of the order here, number 2. Blade's playing center field. And Cooper Smith, 0-1 count. That curveball never got going there. So 1-1 for Wilkerson.
Yeah, you know, he just released points off a little bit on that curveball. The pitch before that, it was right where it needed to be. Just kind of just released it a little too early.
Just a bit low. 2-1. Wilkerson at the plate. Nice little pickoff move there by Cooper. And
yeah, you know, Cooper's just got to settle down, man. He's throwing a good game. He's not giving up a hit till here in the third inning, and he's giving up back-to-back. And, you know, he's just got to trust his stuff. He's got a 4-pitch mix, and he's got a good. They're all good. He's just got to trust it.
Yep.
Just like that right there.
Fly ball coming. That is a double play.
Yeah, he didn't tag up over there on second base. We're gonna have to sort that out.
I gotta sort that out. I mean, that was a ball that was hit foul, drifted fair, caught by I don't know who caught it, but they called a double play, 2 outs, and so we're gonna take a quick break right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Dear John, it's over. I've decided to trade you in on a new Kubota from Great Plains. I finally have a tractor that can fulfill my needs. Let's face it, I couldn't rely on you. Besides, with Great Plains special offers on new Kubotas, I get more machine, more power, and more satisfaction. So John, don't be green with envy. There's a new tractor in my life. A strong, handsome machine from Great Plains Kubota.
Welcome back to Marlow Outlaw Baseball right here at Gibstone Leroy Black Field. I'm Randy Brown. Joining me, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam. And, man, we're trying to sort out what happened there in the top of the third up here. And you probably had the best view of it, Jordy. What do you think there?
Yeah, you know, the way that I scored it in my scorebook here, it's an F3-4 double play. So we had a fly out to the first baseman, and the base runner for the Longhorns just failed to tag up on second base. You know, it was a tough play. I mean, we've talked about that wind blowing all day long, and yeah, you made a really good assessment of it. That ball was hit foul, and I really think that wind blew it probably about 15, 20 feet back into fair territory. I believe Jace Gilbert, the outlaw first baseman, ended up making the catch.
Yeah.
And then the runner who was at second base for the Longhorns just failed to tag up.
Yep.
He didn't tag up. Outlaws threw it back over to second base and got the double play.
Great play there by the Outlaws and just heads-up baseball. And Will Bergner.
And came just at the right time, too.
Yep.
You know, the Longhorns were starting to get a little – they put back-to-back hits together and putting a little inning together. And
yep. Bergner with a rocket shot. That is out of here, Jordy.
Bergner just – yeah, I mean, man, when he first hit that ball, Randy, I thought, oh, that's just a gapper. But Man, that is that's what the wind will do for you, man. It will just you put the ball in territory and let the wind take care of the rest, man. I'm not taking anything away from Will. He's got plenty of power to do it. But just the sound off the bat didn't sound like he hit it real solid. It looks like he kind of got him in on the hands, but man, he just got it up. That wind took care of it, and it's a homer.
Yep. Great job of hitting there by Bergner and just coming up, and man, he just was sitting on that fastball and got turned on it, and it was just, it was just a great job of hitting by him. And so, man, if you're Miller right now, Jordy, what are you thinking? Like, I got to get back to my curveball here, or I got to get back to doing something different.
Yeah. That's a good question. I think he's just got to get back to just establishing that curveball, and I think he's got to go back up top with that fastball. The couple of hitters that look kind of off balance. He's got to hit his spots. Right there, his catcher's setting up outside, and he kind of hits that curveball in on the inside hands of Cooper Smith, and he's just got to hit his spots, trust his stuff, and let his defense play.
Yeah. Cooper's 0 for 1
just like that
today.
right there. His catcher's set up outside, and he just fires that fastball right out on the outside corner, just paints it.
Gets called strike 2 on the outside corner, so nice job of catching there. By McLean, kind of setting up on the outside. Cooper gets around on that one.
Just like that, you just asked, what does he got to do? You just got to do that right there, man. You got to hit your spots and throw the ball where your catcher wants you to throw it, and good things are going to happen. Let your defense play. Good little defense. He hit the ball. Good textbook pitching defense where he throws the ball and goes covers first base.
Yep. 4-1 there, and nice job of Miller there coming over to cover first as the pulls first baseman off Sutterth. So, and then here comes Miller right back with a curveball, trying to get that back established.
Yeah, last time Avery was up to bat, he had a punch out, but he had 2 curveballs and a fastball. And so if I'm Avery, I'm just sitting curveball, man. I'm waiting for him to hang one and do the same thing Bergner did with it.
Yep. That's what Avery's got to do here. Get your weight set back and just wait for that curveball right there. And
with that one, the difference between that one and Will's was on that one you got to hit that a line drive out to right field. That curveball coming off that right-handed pitcher, you got to sit back on your back foot and just drive it right over the second baseman's head.
Yeah, inside out hitting and just like you said, wait on that back foot and drive that dude out. Miller, that was stub.
Yeah, Avery just had a little pull cue there. A little out in front of that curveball. Like you said, Miller's got a good one, and Avery, Avery's just probably shaking off some rust, man. Avery's a really good ball player.
Yep.
He's been injured a little bit, and coming off the injury, he's just got to get his timing down. But he just got a little bit out in front of it and had a little pull cue. I don't even think that ball got out of the dirt, but great play right there by the catcher, McLean for the Longhorns.
First pitch strike there for Jace Gilbert.
Yeah, Miller going right back to that curveball and kind of hung that one a little bit. He kind of got away with one on that one. If he does it again with Jace, Jace may do something with it.
Yeah, well, what he did last inning was, on the hanging curveball there, Jace opposite field it. And,
that's right. Yeah, he hit it right over second baseman's head.
Yep.
So Jace is ready for that. He knows what to do with it. And that might be what he's even sitting here, 0-2. I'm definitely sitting curveball and just going to do the same thing I did with it last time, just hit it right over second baseman's head.
Yep, 0-2 count for Gilbert.
Yep.
And hits him right on the arm. He's going to get a base on ball or hit by a pitch.
Yeah, and that's what, exactly McLean was trying to get Miller to try to do. He tried to hit that, hey, he set up outside. It was a curveball. He's trying to throw that curveball, establish it away on Jace, and, Jace kind of had a good eye and just watched it hit his elbow there.
Yeah, Miller just couldn't get that curveball to pull in enough, and Jace saw it, knew that it was coming right at him, and just kind of stood in there to wear it, and gets another base runner for the Outlaws. Tyler Callahan up to bat, and Tyler and Jace in the last inning both had big time hits, and Little stolen base there by Jace.
Man, that was a really good throw by McLean out to the shortstop for the Longhorns, Jackson Lee. I think if Lee could have held on to it, Gilbert may have been out.
I thought he tagged him right on the helmet.
Yeah, it was a bang play. It was a close play, but just when you rip that mitt back down on the batter's head, it's hard for the ball to stay in the glove.
Yep. Callahan to the plate. Like I was saying, the last inning, Callahan just goes opposite field, right over second baseman's head on a little curveball hanging there, and so we'll see what Tyler's got for us this inning. 1-0. Let's see.
Man, that wind's just still blowing hard out there again. I think what it's doing now, it's not blowing in as much as it is. We learned from Will's homer earlier in this inning, is it's blowing again. It's kind of blowing across the field, kind of probably more blowing if you're watching at home, probably from first base kind of towards the shortstop position. That's kind of how the wind is blowing today.
Yep.
Which is blowing out it was blowing out to left field. It's kind of blowing in from right field.
Yep. Yeah, I think so, and you kind of saw that a little bit on Bergner's home run. It's like you said, it looked like, hey, this is a great hit to the gap, and
I thought it was just a gapper.
It just sailed and
it just kept carrying,
caught the fence, right over the fence. So
he even lunged after it a little bit. He kind of got out. He kind of lunged after it, but he got the barrel to the ball. And man, when that happens, good things happen.
Punched him out there.
Yeah, Gilbert's going to get picked off on that one. Great pickoff move by the pitcher for the Longhorns, Kyle Miller. Caught Jace leaning a little bit on that one and made a great turn. Kid's got some quick feet and had a good pickoff.
Yep, good pickoff there. Hey, we're going to the top of the fourth. The Outlaws lead 4-0, and we're going to be right back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Welcome back here, Marlow Outlaw Baseball. I'm Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill, and, man, we are here with Outlaw Baseball. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Outlaws lead 4-0. Jordy,
forgive me for the noise in the sound booth. We've had a few visitors on the broadcast this afternoon.
Yeah. And so at the plate for the Longhorns is
it's going to be number 8, Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller there. Oh.
Yeah, if you hear children in the background, that's my kids have joined me up here in the sound booth, and they're very loud.
0-2 for Miller. He calls for time, steps out, and Cooper Smith still on the mound. And Cooper's pitched a good game.
Yeah, he really, really has. He gave up back-to-back hits, there in the last inning, and we got a little ground ball right here. Man, what a great play by the Outlaw shortstop, Briscoe Smith. Man, he just makes that look really effortless. I don't know, at home, that's a tough play. Just kind of running in. Scoops it up, throws it to first base, and great play by Briscoe.
6-3 out for the Outlaws. Now up to bat, number 3, first baseman, Cale Sutterth. And Cooper doesn't like that baseball, so he's going to get a different one. Maybe he'll get that one back in a minute. The umpire put it back in his pocket.
Yeah.
So
it's always interesting. You don't like that when you give it to the umpire. He just throws it back to you a couple batters later.
Yep. Cooper with a nice curveball Strike there. That was a big-time sweeping arm action on that one, Jordy. Yeah,
he's establishing it really well today. There he goes again. Right, he goes right back to it. Just misses low on that one, but yeah, Randy, you're right. He's got a great curveball. I think his curveball is probably his best pitch.
Yeah, for sure. I think both pitchers today, arguably, would both of their curveballs are probably their best pitch today for sure. So called strike there. It just happens to pop out of the Kyle Wilson's glove there at catcher. 1-2 count. 1 out for the Outlaws. Cooper Smith on the mound. Kyle Wilson behind the dish. Cale Sutterth at the plate. And just a bit outside.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's I've kind of contradicted myself on pitching today. I've said you got to throw strikes, and I said you got to throw strikes that aren't strikes, that look like strikes.
Yep.
And
Yep.
sometimes a good pitch is not to throw a strike, and that was a good one right here.
And that one felt like it for sure.
Yeah, well, and that's what he's doing. He was setting him up for that curveball right here. I think probably what he's wanting to do, Kyle's setting up outside a little bit. He's probably wanting that curveball to go a little bit more outside. He kind of hung that one a little bit, but he got away with it. But, it's 2-2 now. Let's see if he goes back to his curveball.
2-2 count for Cale Sutterth. See what Wilson dials up here. Fastball just a bit outside there.
Full count here. If I'm the Longhorn batter, man, I'm really just sitting curveball. I'm sitting off speed because that's really what Cooper's thrown well today.
He's thrown it for strikes, and, I think that's where you're – looks like he just throws fastball just a bit outside and low there, so base on balls there for Sutterth. One out for the Outlaws. Jackson Lee at the plate for Lone Grove. Sutterth on first. Cooper Smith on the mound for the Outlaws. Let's see what Cooper's got in store here for Jackson Lee. Pitching out of the stretch. Big time pop fly there.
Oh, that's a tough play, yeah.
Just a little bit of confusion there, and, man, the wind and where the wind's blowing, and, man, that's tough to do. I mean, that is a tough play.
While you're sitting at home watching this on your couch or in your cubicle or wherever you are working right now watching this, you probably think, what was the problem? Well, it's a 20-mile-per-hour wind.
Yep.
That's the problem. That ball probably, for Jace running in, that ball probably started out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And it blew in.
Yeah, definitely did, and he was, and just a little confusion there at the end, but still, it was just a strike. That's all it was, and it was just a strike. 0-1 count now to Jackson Lee. Cooper keeping Sutterth at bay over there, and
must be a little worried that Sutterth's gonna run on him, so he's just trying to keep him close, so they're keeping him honest.
Got a decent little lead there.
Yeah, he's got a good lead. Yeah, you can definitely just kind of see in Sutter's body language that he's definitely thinking about running, and the Longhorns are in this, man. They're only down by 4 runs. A lot of baseball left. They're probably just thinking maybe a little hit and run action here, just trying to get just something going, something moving, and they made that. They happened. The 3rd inning, and had some good things happen. They just kind of made a base running mistake to end the inning, but the small ball was working for them last inning. Maybe go back to it here.
Yep. Yeah. 1-1 count here. Cooper Smith.
Great block right there by Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. Kyle's played really well behind the plate this afternoon and every afternoon, really. I mean. He's just a big, strong kid and gets in front of that baseball. And Cooper comes right back with a great-looking strike right down the pipe.
He just painted that pitcher, that pitch at the knees on the corner there. Great pitch, come back, get 2-2 here.
2-2 count. like you said, Jordy, that was not a bad pitch. Just a little high and outside.
Yeah, I think he was trying to throw a slider there.
Yeah.
He's with his curveball, he's rarely missed high, so it makes me think he's probably trying to throw a slider there. That ball's going to be yanked foul. That's what happens when you hang one right there. It's a hanging curveball, and the batter for the Longhorns just got way out in front of it and yanked it foul.
Yeah. He was sitting on fastball and just got way out in front of it. And so Cooper's going to throw back over to first.
Yeah, he's picked off over there probably about 5 or 6 times this at bat for Jackson Lee.
Yeah. Lee with a full count here. 1 out for the Outlaws. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Outlaws lead 4-0.
Man, that's a really good at bat by number 19, Jackson Lee, for the Longhorns. Cooper Smith is just throwing a really good game, and that's a really good at bat. He fought off some hard strikes, really good eye there. I mean, it would have been super easy to take a cut at that, but the Longhorns got something going on here. They got 1 out, runners on first and second, and up to bat's going to be the second baseman, number 4, Jackson Grace.
Jackson Grace here struck out his last at bat, and so let's see what Cooper's got in store for Jackson Grace here.
This might be an opportunity. The Long Grove head coach is maybe thinking of doing a little hit and run, or maybe even Grace squared around a bunt there. You can definitely tell. They're probably really trying to get the big guy here, number 23. For the Longhorns up to bat, and probably trying to figure out how to get him up in the batter's box.
Yeah, looks like maybe that looks like Coach Smith coming out here for a little bit of a talk here. And, man, while he's out, I'm just going to take a quick break and just tell you guys about a couple of quick things. I want to do our sponsors real fast. Our sponsors, Marlow First, Exist to See Lives Changed by the Gospel, one step at a time. O'Neill's Foreign Car Service. Call Mark, get some service scheduled for your car. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and loyal to you, and Artie Brown Properties and Management. You can check us out on Facebook for available properties right here in Marlow. And
gotta watch that guy.
Yep, absolutely. And right here, here we are in the 4th, and just a little mound conference there. Coach Smith with Cooper, just kind of giving him I'm sure that was just the you got this. Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, probably what it was, Randy. Coach Morgan, he sees Jackson Grace squared around a bunt. It's probably just situational. Hey guys, here's what we're going to do. When he squares around a bunt, here's the play. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're thinking. Jace, we want you charging. We want Brendan staying at third. Potentially get it out at first, and he's probably just setting up a little bunt defense.
Yep.
And looks like Grace is going to go back to it here and see if he's going to swing away.
Yep, 1-1. Cooper with a pickoff move there, and gets Sutter to come back to second base. And so Jackson Grace, 1-1 count, 1 out for the Outlaws.
Yeah, we've praised the Outlaw defense a lot on these broadcasts, and let's see if they can make some good plays here to get out of this jam.
And a big-time bunt there, but just foul. 1-2 count for Grace. Longgrove just trying to small ball this and get themselves back into this game and move some runners around, knowing that we got 1 out. We could sacrifice an out to move some people around, move some people up.
Yeah, if you're Jackson Grace right now, you're batting. I know this sounds pretty elementary, but you're thinking, I can't strike out here. I cannot punch out. I've got to put the ball in play somewhere, preferably on the right side of the diamond. If he can get the ball somewhere on the right side, ground ball, obviously not a fly out, but anything on the ground on the right side it is a win, because it advances the runners.
Yeah, 1-2 count.
Yeah,
strikeout swinging.
That's just tough, man. That's just tough. I mean, Cooper's a good pitcher, and that's a tough curveball to hit, especially coming in on your hands like that.
Yep.
But that's not what you got to have. But coming up for the Longhorns is going to be number 23, Cale McLean, and McLean's a big guy, and I'm sure he can hit it a long ways.
Yep. And you know, 2 outs now for the Outlaws, sitting in a pretty good spot. And, boy, there's something definitely wrong with that baseball. You know, throw that baseball to the side maybe. And
that's probably the same one you threw back at him a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it is, I think. I'm pretty sure. So, 2 outs for the Outlaws. Cooper Smith on the mound.
Man, you can really tell. I don't know if you can tell this, Randy, but, you know, when Cooper gets some activity on the bases, he really slows his pace down.
Yep.
You know, when it's just him and a batter and there's someone on base, you know, he's real deliberate. He's real quick. You know, he's just – as soon as he fires a ball in there, he gets it. He's ready for the signs and go back. But when people get on base, man, he really slows down that delivery and that pace.
Yep. And as a fielder – from my standpoint, you know, I like that. I like for it to be slowed down a little bit, and that way I can start thinking through situational baseball and thinking through, hey, what's going to happen if this happens? And
I was always okay with it as long as you threw strikes.
Yeah, well,
if you were going to take that extra time and then walk 3 guys in a row,
yeah.
I was always like, okay, come on now.
We haven't seen that out of Cooper yet today.
No, he's really throwing good strikes.
A couple of walks, but in this inning, but you know, he's pitched really, really well. So just 2 walks on the day, really, in this inning, back-to-back walks.
Well, if you're McLean sitting here, you're 2 balls, no strikes, runners on first and second. You're just waiting for your pitch.
Yep. And that's
going to be
it.
It's going to be caught
out
there by the left fielder for the Outlaws, Cade Gilbert.
Cade Gilbert with the out. F7 for the Outlaws.
All's well that ends well.
That's right.
All's well that ends well.
Heading to the bottom of the 4th. The Outlaws lead 4-0. We're going to be right back here at Marlow Outlaw Baseball on Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Back here on Oklahoma Sports Network, I'm Randy Brown. Joining me, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam, Gibbstone, Leroy Blackfield, Harmeyer Fieldhouse, Marlow Outlaw Baseball, and man, we've got a good game on our hands. You know, kind of a pitcher's game. You know, Miller for Lone Grove has played really well, pitched really well, kind of established the curveball. Cooper Smith for the Outlaws. It's kind of the same story, Jordy.
Yeah, you know, the Outlaws, they got 5 hits to the Longhorns 2. And, you know, the Outlaws have just done a really good job hitting that curveball of Miller's to the opposite field when runners are in scoring position. And, you know, it's not that the Longhorns haven't had anybody on base. The last 2 innings, they've left 4 men on base combined.
Yep.
And they've had runners on first and second the last 2 innings, just not able to get a base hit when they need one.
Yep.
And the Outlaws have, and that's a difference in our game. You got 2 good young pitchers here who are just throwing a lot of off-speed stuff, and it seems to me like their curveballs are probably their most confident pitches that they're throwing. And that's the big difference, man. The Outlaws are getting some hits when they need them, and the Longhorns aren't.
Yep. Callahan going to lead off for the Outlaws here in the bottom of the 4th. Callahan 1 for 1 today, 378 hitter. And, man, the last 2 games that we've called, you know, Tyler Callahan's kind of come up big time. You know, the game against Sulphur last week, you know, I think Tyler had it was like 2 for 3 or 2 for 4 with 4 or 5 RBIs. Today, you know, he's kind of gone opposite field and just really played well at the plate. And even today, you know, out in right field, you know, he's made some good plays out there.
Yeah, he has. You know, with a pitcher like Miller, who his first pitch is curveball. You know, you just always got to be thinking opposite field, and he did that last at bat. Man, I really, that last inning, McLean's hit really threw me off base there for a little bit, man. I just feel like he just missed that ball. It was pretty deep left field.
Yeah.
And that wind.
Yeah.
The wind got a hold of it.
Not enough to get it to Callahan. Swings at the curveball there. Jordy, I could see that break coming out of the hand.
You know, Tyler really just looked kind of like he was guessing on that.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to go up with an approach and kind of have an idea of what he's going to do here. If he throws me fastball, here's what I'm going to do. If he throws me curveball, here's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Don't guess. Just have a plan and execute it.
2-2 count. Callahan hits one high, just out of, shortstop, catches it there. Nice catch there by Jackson Lee. Callahan. Field out 6, and first out for the Outlaws there. Now up to the plate for the Outlaws, Briscoe Smith. And Briscoe's 0 for 1 today, and just really hit a dinger kind of out to right field and was just really right to the right fielder. So just kind of unfortunate, but
yeah, you know, you can tell he's on that curveball right there. That curveball, he just fouled it off, but he's got the right mindset. You know, that curveball's coming in, hit it to right field. We was talking about that all afternoon.
Yep.
If you're a right-handed batter facing that right-handed pitcher, that curveball's going to be breaking away from you, and you just want to sit back and drive it to right field.
0-2 for Briscoe Smith. Miller. McLean calling for that high fastball.
That's a setup pitch. What
Yeah.
he's trying to do, he's trying to establish, trying to change the table view a little bit, and he's probably going to come right back with that curveball. He's got to get it in the dirt, though. If he hangs it, Briscoe's going to do some damage with it. He's got to get it in the dirt.
Briscoe.
That's a good pitch. That's a really good pitch by Miller right there. That's exactly, you know, he probably wants, as he grows as a pitcher, he's probably going to want to start that ball where it looks like it's going to be a strike and it's going to break down into the dirt. You know, good hitters as he progresses are going to sit back and drive that to right center. But good pitch, good execution.
Yeah, nice play there by Jackson Grace too, second baseman. You know, kind of running in, playing, you know, deep back there on the grass really, and you know, was able to come in and catch that ball for the
And the Longhorns got a chance here to have a clean inning. I don't think they've had a clean inning, you know, all day long. They got a good opportunity here to go 3 up, 3 down.
Yep. Cade Gilbert at the plate for the Outlaws. 0-1 count, 2 outs. And Miller's coming right back with the curveball to Cade.
Yeah, you know, Randy, unless you know it's coming, that ball just right out of his arm slot looks like it's a fastball, and but it's got that spin on it, and it's breaking down in the dirt, and it's tough to hit.
Yeah, it's easy for us to see it up here, and they do get a clean inning.
Yeah, they
Jordy.
do. They get a clean one there. Yeah, good pitching right there by Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller. Great job by the Longhorns to get out of that one with no damage. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Oklahoma Sports Network.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Sports Network, Marlow Outlaw Baseball. Hey, if you are watching at home or listening or whatever, I just want to take a second to let you guys know our schedule coming up here for Marlow Outlaw Baseball on OSN Network. We have on April the 11th, we have a district game against Cache, and then again on the 19th of April, another district game against Plainview. So that's our schedule. So you can check us out on all those platforms for Oklahoma Sports Network, baseball, Marlow Outlaws, and we'll be right here for you and to cover those games for you. So here we are, Jordy, top of the 5th inning. Cooper's still on the mound, still pitching good.
Yeah, he's throwing a great game. He's got a 2-hitter going on here. Outlaws are playing good defense. We've had a few little bit of activity on the bases for the Longhorns, but, man, Outlaws play some good defense, and Cooper's throwing a great game.
Yep. 1-3 out there.
That was a great play he just made there,
Yeah.
man. Really jumped off the mound there. You see, man, this whole Outlaw baseball team, man, they're all just really super athletic, man. They got a lot of athleticism on this team.
Yep. That's and you have to be able to field your position.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just can't be the arm out there. That ball, if you don't field your position, is a hit. And,
that's right. Yeah.
So Cooper does a good job of fielding his position. Trent Denning at the plate for Long Grove. If you think back here, Jordy, you remember that in the third, Trent Denning rips one down the first base line, gets a big-time hit in the third. So he's looking for that again, and Cooper's got a little something that he wants to say about that maybe here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Denning hit it on a fastball that Cooper just left up a little bit, and you can see he's going back to that curveball to get Denny, and he's popped it out here to left field.
Great play out there by the left fielder.
I believe it's number 6, Cade Gilbert, out there in left field for the Outlaws.
Absolutely. F7, 2 outs for the Outlaws here in the top of the 5th inning. Cooper Smith still pitching a great game.
Yeah, Cooper's going to have a little clean inning here if he can get through one. Going to be a quick one, too.
Yep. Could be really good. Could get some good rest, and a little foul ball there.
Man, I lost that ball as soon as I thought it went right up over the top of us, and it actually went kind of flared out to the first baseline.
Yeah. If you don't know, Jordy McCaskill is also the camera guy.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
So you can send your complaints about camera guy.
Send your complaints to
Jordy.
Oklahoma Sports Network.
You send them to Jordy. Oh, man, Cooper with a great off-speed pitch there.
I'm not going to quit my day job after today. I'm going to go back to preaching.
Back to the pulpit. So 0-2 count here. Nice hit there to Will Bergner. Throws out Jace Gilbert, 4-3. Clean inning for Cooper. Great job. Great job. It doesn't get any better than that. If you're looking at the replay, easy field, easy out. Good job. 4-3 out. We'll be right back here on Oklahoma Sports Network.
Forgiven.
Thought so. Bundle bakery favorites like a tasty apple fritter, sweet cinnamon roll, or blueberry muffin with any size soft drink or premium roast coffee for just $3.
Here, Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam here. Outlaw baseball right here in Marlow, Oklahoma. Gibbstone, Leroy Blackfield, Harmeyer Fieldhouse, and the Outlaws in the bottom of the 5th inning, up 4-0. Outlaws got 5 hits on the day. back to the top of the order with Cole Seeley. Third time up today, Jordy, and third time today for Cole to see Miller. We talked about this at our last game, our last broadcast. 3 times is really good for a batter.
Yeah, after 3 times, you face a guy 3 times, you kind of know everything he's going to throw. You know every kind of what the spin looks like, where it's coming, his arm angle, how it's coming at you, and you're prepared. And, there's a lot of sabermetric stuff about third time through the lineup. And you see in Major League Baseball, you see a lot of pitchers come out of the game right around the third time through the lineup. You rarely see Major League players make it past the third time through the lineup.
Yep, yeah. Cole has had a good game, really. First inning had a base on balls, and second inning had a nice little hit. Had a couple of stolen bases. So, man, he's really had a good game here for the Outlaws.
Well, Randy, what I've noticed about this Outlaw offense is, obviously today you see Will Berdner, poke one out to left center, get a home run. I don't hear them hitting for a lot of power throughout the season. But man, one thing I know, and one thing that I'm going to highlight about them is they're a high contact offense. They don't strike out a lot. Every now and then, obviously they're going to get one once or twice in a game, but they really are a high contact offense, and that pays off in high school baseball.
Yeah. Put the ball in play, and let's see what happens. Yep, exactly right. Cole Seeley 1-2 count. Yep. Just a little low and outside.
If I remember rightly, I remember last year when they were facing off against, Major League first rounder Jackson Jobe. There wasn't even a lot of Ks. They put the ball in play quite a bit, and Jobe's throwing up in the upper 90s.
Yeah. He definitely was throwing. Cole with a little foul ball there to down the first base line, having to move Jordy's kids out of the way here.
Yeah, just move them out of the way, man. Yeah. At least they're being quiet.
They are being quiet. Cole Seeley, 2-2 count. Miller on the mound. Cole foul ball there.
Cole really just puts an at-bat together, man. He's got a good eye. This sounds really, really simple. I always make fun of broadcasters who do this, but you want to swing at strikes and not swing at balls.
Yeah.
And Cole does that really, really well.
Yeah. It does sound very elementary, but man.
And he's all over. So this is what we're seeing is the benefits of the third time through the lineup.
Yep.
What you're seeing, why is he fouling all these balls? Well, he's seeing every pitch that Miller's thrown today. He knows what this curveball looks like. He knows what his fastball looks like. He knows where it's coming, the angle it's coming out of his arm.
Yep.
He's ready for it.
Yep.
And, if he just continues to swing at strikes and look at balls, this is going to be a good at-bat for him.
2-2 count. Cole kind of calls timeout, steps out, kind of regroup. Here we go.
Right there. That's what I'm talking about, Randy. That's what we're talking about right there. Miller went back to that curveball, trying to throw that backdoor curveball, because Cole's seen it probably 15 times today. He knows what to do with it. He knows to hit it right up the middle, and that's what he did. That would have been a tough play. That was a tough play for the shortstop for the Longhorns. Jackson Lee out there, if he'd have made that play, it would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, we would have had the da-da-da music for sure. But Lee does knock it down, and
that's right, yeah.
So there's no extra bases there for Cole. And, if you're the Outlaws, you know that Cole's fast. He's got some wheels. So
he's got a good lead over there, too.
Yeah, he does. And the Longhorns know that, too, because he's already stolen 2 bases on them today.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2. You got to be thinking he's going to try to go 3 for 3.
So yeah, he has definitely got some wheels, and Brennan Morgan's at the plate. A little high.
And there we go. We're 3 for 3 there.
3 for 3 for Cole. Moves over to third on an overthrow.
I even think if that would have been a good throw by the catcher, McLean, he would have been there. That's such a good jump. He's got quick feet, and he was there. He's 3 for 3 today on stolen bases.
Yeah, he has definitely got some wheels, And
see if Brandon can get a base hit here, get him an RBI. He's got nobody, no outs, runner on third. This is a good time to hit.
2-0 count for Morgan. Morgan's got a RBI today, big time hit to left center in the first inning, and then strikeout looking in the second inning for the third out. And so now
that right there is just a good pitch by Miller. It's a tough pitch to lay off of. Coming out of his hand, it was it's looking like it's going to be right off the outside of the plate, and I think that might be Miller's slider. We haven't seen him throw a lot of those, but it did have some bend to it.
Morgan with a big-time hit there, deep ball, and he is definitely going to get an RBI out of that.
Yeah,
nice
Outlaws will take it, yeah.
Yep, nice job there by Cole tagging up.
Great catch out there in center field for the Longhorns, number 2, Blade Wilkerson. Again, you may be what was so tough about it. Again, the wind. You can see the wind. We'll see if we can get a camera here on the wind. You can see the flag out there in center field. It's still, that's what it's been doing all game.
Yep. It's been blowing in or out, or we're not really sure. I feel like it's changing a lot just by looking at that flag. But Bergner here with an 0-1 count, kind of looks at a curveball for strike.
Well, we know what Bergner did last time he was up to bat.
Yeah, and you know that Miller's not going to try to hang another one for Bergner to knock out of here. So 0-2 count for Bergner, 1 out for the Outlaws.
Yeah, Bergner's last at bat, if you can see on the broadcast, he hit a home run out there to left center, probably one of the deepest parts of the field, in between the Outlaw scoreboard and the light pole out there, and really got a hold of it. I think the wind helped him out a little bit. Don't want to take too much away from him, but the wind was certainly a little bit of a help.
Yeah, it may have still gone out without the wind. So he definitely got a barrel of the bat on the ball, and when it left in a hurry. So he hangs this one up, deep center field, and
when he hits it like he does, you automatically go. He kind of takes the breath out of you a little bit.
Yeah. F8. Center field's getting some work out here in this inning. 2 outs attributed to center fielder, and that's Blade Wilkerson out there in center field for the Lone Grove. Great bit of hitting there for Cooper Smith, and Miller comes in with just kind of that curveball, kind of throw that into Cooper's hands, and Cooper's able just to go inside out and hit that thing right out in the opposite field. So great job, Cooper Smith. Brings to the plate number 7, Avery Payne, and Miller wants to make sure Smith stays there at first base. Doesn't want him moving up into scoring position for sure. Avery's seen a lot of curveballs here, Jordy.
Yeah, he really has. Last time he kind of hit the pull cue shot.
Yep.
About 3 feet out in front of the home plate. He struck out his first time. He's shaking off a little bit of rust. He's coming off an injury, and it's a good day for him to get out. Sunny day. Good day to bat. You got to think he's going to get it together here pretty quick.
Yep, I feel like that is absolutely true.
What's good, I think for a young hitter coming off of an injured list is just really just getting your eye back together, and I think that's a good step forward for Avery today. You can't come out here and go, man, I struck out once and I hit a pull cue shot in front of home plate. You got to go, hey, man, was I swinging at strikes? Was I looking at balls? And I think he's done that pretty well today.
Yep.
That's a great take right there. You see, Miller's got that great curveball. He's throwing that ball. That's kind of a borderline call.
Yeah.
And, went Avery's way. But I think that's a good stepping point forward for Avery today is go, hey, man, I was swinging at strikes. I was looking at balls.
3-0 count here for Avery. You got to think he's looking.
Yeah, you got to take it all the way there.
3-1 count. Miller's just trying to throw strikes here and get Avery to swing. And 3-1, Jordy, you think he's coming back to curveball?
Yeah, you know, why not? He's thrown it all day long, 3-1, 3-2 counts. He sure did right there.
Yep.
It's a tough play out there at second base, but I think they got him.
Wow, that was a great play by the second baseman. That was an incredible play by the second baseman. Nice job. Hey, it's we're heading to the top of the 6th inning. The Outlaws lead 5-0. We're going to be right back here on Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Hey, welcome back to Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam here. And, man, we are in the top of the 6th inning for the Outlaws. Cooper Smith still on the mound for the Outlaws. Got Kyle Wilson behind the dish. And, you know, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency here for the Longhorns.
Yeah, you're right, Randy. You know, the Longhorns, Cooper's thrown a great game, but it's not that they haven't had anybody on base. You know, they've had some runners, a couple runners in scoring position back in the 3rd and 4th innings, and just kind of had a base running mistake back in the 3rd inning. Looked like they were getting some things cooking, but, yeah, get runners on base and move them over and just get some timely hits.
Yeah, there's definitely some urgency. The umpire was bailing out on that one. You know, I kind of maybe made him a little nervous there, but inside pitch there, 1-0 count for Blade Wilkerson here at the plate.
Yeah, you know, Long Grove is just they like I said, they've had some base runners, they've had a couple of hits, they just have failed to get the hits at the right time.
Yep. Wilkerson with a 1-1 count. Just a little bit inside. Two 2-1 count for Wilkerson here. It's 3-1.
Yeah, you know, if you're Wilkerson here, man, you just gotta sit. You gotta sit, take it.
Yeah,
take a chance
I mean,
on a walk.
Just
like that. Oh no, you looked like a little inside from this angle,
nice,
but must have caught the black there.
Yeah, nice inside pitch there by Cooper. And Wilkerson thought it was a ball. He was taken off, but Blue thought differently of that and called strike there. 3-2 count and gets him swinging.
Way to go back and get him, Cooper.
Yeah,
I mean, my goodness.
That was a great pitch outing by Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, out of all of his pitching sequences all day long, that was probably the one that he just looked like he was a little off out of all of them, but he really just bared down, came back, and just got him with a high heat there.
A couple of those really looked to me like that may have been circle change, a couple of pitches in there, you know, kind of a little bit. So I'm not sure if that's what he was throwing or not, but that's kind of how it felt like. It looked like he may have been off a little, that change-up pitch. So here we go, Kyle Miller, 2-0 count.
Let me tell you what, man, if Cooper could ever establish how to throw, you know, a circle change, you know, for a strike.
Miller with a big hit to right field. And
great play. Oh, man, he just dropped it.
What's that?
I believe it's foul ball.
Foul?
Yep.
I think that was a foul ball for sure.
Man, great hustle out there by our right fielder, Tyler Callahan. Man, he had to run a long ways.
Yeah.
Slide. He's probably going to, if we were to ask him about that, he's probably going to say I should have caught it. But, man, that was a really tough play.
Yeah. Well, and Jordy, you know that ball started in the parking lot.
Yeah, that wind is just howling out there, man.
It just blew right back in on him, and I'm sure whenever he went to slide, he thought, man, I'm going to slide right and catch this, and the wind kind of brought that back in on him a little bit, in on his hands. So 2-2 count. A good hit by Miller right in the gap there. So base hit for Kyle Miller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about Cooper. I mean, Cooper's he's probably our ace. Some people would argue that it's a toss-up between him and Brennan Morgan. But, man, the day, I hope I get to watch the day Cooper gets to figure out how to throw that circle change. And a changeup, it's not just, Randy, to throw off speed. For a changeup for a lefty is a really, if they can figure out how to do it, we got to pop up out here to right field.
Big-time wind. Nice job, Tyler Callahan there, drifting back. And, man, if you got that on, and if you're watching that back, that's baseball 101. You can watch Tyler just run back.
Well, it's horrible camera work.
What happened?
It's horrible.
What happened to the camera there?
It's horrible camera work. Whoever's behind the camera today should absolutely be fired. But I will tell you that Tyler did do a great job of first step back, and man, that was I hate to take away from the hitter, man. That was a good piece of hitting.
Yeah.
On a day where the wind's not blowing 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, that
ball's
gets
going
to
to
the
church.
wall for sure. Yeah, it gets to the wall for sure. Yeah. So Jackson Lee at the plate here.
Woo.
Just a little high and inside there.
Well, back to the changeup. Why the changeup is so important for a left-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter is not just to change the speeds, it's to change the direction. A left-handed pitcher who can get a changeup established, that ball is going to have some left-to-right rotation on it, and it's going to move away from a right-handed batter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's important. Because a left-handed pitcher gets a right-handed batter, his fastball most likely is going to be over the top. Little movement. Curveball is going to be moving into him. He's got to establish a pitch that can get away from the right-handed batter, and that's where the changeup comes in. That's why it's so important.
Yeah. And it just we haven't seen a lot of it today from Cooper. I felt like we saw a little bit of it there early in this inning, but we just haven't seen a lot of it today.
Well, and I think when we've seen it today, he's really had a hard time getting it under control.
Right. Yeah.
And that's probably what he was working on. You're up 5-0. You're late in the ball game. If I'm a pitcher, I'm thinking, okay, let me try to work on this a little bit. I'm going out in between innings when I'm warming up, and I'm telling my catcher, I'm telling Wilson, hey buddy, I'm throwing nothing but changes right now.
Yep.
Just nothing but changes.
Yep.
Just to establish it. Let me throw it the first couple of hitters, see if I can get it going. But if I can't, we'll go back to fastball, curveball, slider. He's thrown his slider a little bit today. I think that changeup and that slider is just areas where he can grow. Man, that fastball is solid.
Yep.
And the curveball has just been his go-to pitch for the whole day.
Yeah, and if you're lefty here, that nice fastball there by Cooper Smith, you're looking at that left arm kind of coming over the top and that fastball kind of working away from you a little bit here. And, man, that's a tough pitch. So, tough pitch. 3-2 count here for Jackson Lee, the shortstop for the Longhorns. And gets a base hit here.
Yeah, that's a good hit right there by Jackson Lee.
Yep.
And this is what we're talking about with Long Grove, right, Randy? I mean, they've had some activity on the base path today. This is the third time, I think, today they've had runners on first and second. They just have not been able to get a hit when they needed one.
Yep. Not that was a hard hit ball, and Jace just could not come up with that at first base, and Jackson Lee gets a rip there for a base hit, and Cooper Smith comes right back at the batter with an outside pitch for
number 4
strike.
Jackson Grace for the Longhorns. Struck out last time, and I believe he struck out with runners on first and second again. So you got to be thinking he's want some redemption here.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts, both swinging, and Cooper with the little overhand
See that
curve.
right there? Yeah, that's just a mechanics issue. You can tell he's got a little fatigue. He's thrown the ball all day long. He just didn't, really bend his back. If you look, it's hard to tell with the camera here, but here in the stadium, you could tell that he just had some bad mechanics on that curveball. That was coming right. I flinched.
That one.
That was coming
jumped.
right at
Did you jump, Eric?
Yeah.
I thought that one was coming.
And listen, there would have
us.
to have been tremendous malfunctions go on between us.
Yeah.
For that. It would have to go through the net, have to go through glass.
Yeah. And this has got to be bulletproof glass, as thick as it is
And
here.
we all flinched. We all flinched.
Yeah.
Let's see what Cooper does here, man. He's got Jackson Grace. He's ahead of him in the count. Let's see if he tries to go to this changeup here.
Yeah, down in the count, Grace here. 2 outs for the Outlaws. Cooper Smith on the mound, and I mean, I got to think that Cooper's going to go here with a curveball, but he throws fastball. So.
Yeah, what do you know, Randy?
I know
You're just a former Outlaw baseball player, but this is where a changeup that is moving away from the right-handed hitter could be gold here.
Yes.
Because it's just different movement.
Yeah, gets him going up top.
Gets him on the high heat, man.
Yeah, so
Jackson
nice
Grace having a tough day, man.
Yeah, tough day at the plate for Jackson Grace. Nice strikeout there by Cooper Smith. Hey, we're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Marlow Outlaw Baseball on Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
We're back here on Oklahoma Sports Network. Marlow Outlaw Baseball, Gibstone, Leroy Blackfield, Harmeyer Fieldhouse, Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam. Outlaws lead 5-0. 7 hits today, no errors. It's been a really good day for the Outlaw Bats, and I think you said this earlier, Jordy. It has just been putting the ball in play. Other than a big time home run by Will Bergner. It's just been putting the ball in play and letting base runners do their job, moving people up.
Yeah, well, I gave you 3 keys to the game at the beginning of the game. I said first thing, 21 outs. The defense has got to get out there and go 21 out, 21 up, 21 down, and that's what they've done. They've played 0 error baseball, and man, it's really paid off for the Outlaws today, and it's because again, Long Grove, man, this is a good ball team, man. They're playing well. They're fighting. They're not giving up. They've had runners on first and second, I believe, 4 times in 4 different innings, and so they've had some people on base and runners in scoring position. But the Outlaws, Cooper Smith is still in a great game, and Outlaw defense is playing well, man. They've not made an error all day long.
Yeah, the opportunity that Long Grove has to score runs has been great. Like you said, I think they've left 2 on in 3 of our 6 played innings for them. So, it's so they definitely had the chance to put runs on the board, and there's just been some big time plays by Outlaws, and that's been a major factor here. Kyle Miller still on the mound though for Long Grove, and Jace Gilbert at the plate, and this is going to be Jace's third time.
Yeah, Kyle's throwing a great game too, man. I mean, don't let the score fool you. This young guy's throwing a good game. He's got a good fastball. He has a little trouble locating his fastball today. I've never seen him play before, but then he can throw that curveball for a strike whenever he wants.
Yeah, and still has a lot of snap on that curveball.
Right there. There's your example.
Yeah. If you're watching this at home and you can see the snap of that wrist, and still has a lot of snap. Still throwing very well mechanically from the hill today. So
he's got pitchers who have a lot of break and a lot of bend on those curveballs. That's the spin rate that you talk about. If you hear Major League broadcasts, that's what they're doing. Like pitchers like that have a lot of spin on the ball, and that's why it's able to just like that. And he strikes out Jace Gilbert on, I believe he threw 3 curveballs and 1 fastball in that pitch sequence. And, yeah, man, this young guy, Kyle Miller for the Longhorns, man, he's just got a lot of spin on that ball. And we don't have the technology today with Oklahoma Sports Network yet to judge spin rate, but that has a lot
what
to do
about
with
what about your speed machine there? Have you been? Has that been able to work?
I haven't tried it out. I haven't. Now that you called me out on air, I'll see what I can do.
I mean, see if that's going to work. Jordy's got a radar gun here on his cell phone, so we're going to see what happens. Tyler Callahan at the plate looks at a first pitch ball there.
I think that's probably pretty accurate. Again, this isn't, don't want to.
What was it?
67 miles per hour.
67 miles.
But with a
an hour.
curveball, yeah, that's probably not far from where he's at.
Pretty accurate there. So 2-0 count for Callahan. Just sits back, drives one over there to second base. Little 4-3 out. For out number 2 for the Longhorns. And looks like I'm going to have a little substitution here. Chance O'Neal is going to come in for the Outlaws in place of Briscoe Smith. So O'Neal plays a little first base and has played for the Outlaws for 4 years. He's a senior this year, and you and I talked about this early in the, I guess maybe down on the field, and we talked about winning, and this has been a year that these kids know how to win, and that's been because they've been so successful up until this point. Football, basketball, wrestling, and so. There's a winning mentality here.
Yeah, it translates.
Yep.
It absolutely does. From sport to sport, it translates. Yeah, winning translates. If you, I read a book a while back, and it talked about leadership, how like 70% of leadership is transferable. Whatever it takes to lead a gas station is what it takes to lead to be an accountant. And I think winning is transferable too. Whatever it takes to win mentally, in one sport, whether that be football, whether it be wrestling, whether it be softball, whatever, that's what it takes to win in baseball too. So yeah, I mean these young guys know how to win. They know what it takes.
Chance with a fly ball out there. Looks like it's going to be just foul. Nice bit of hitting there by Chance, man. He went 3-0, took him to 3-0 count, and a little back-to-back curveball there, and Chance just kind of gets out in front of that one and pokes it foul.
Yeah, I mean, that's been Miller's kind of game plan all day long, right? When I need to throw a strike, I'm going to throw a curveball.
Yep. 3-2 count for Chance O'Neal.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chance sees one again here.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Sure did, yeah. Went back to the curveball. Soft contact, easy play, 1-3.
Yep. That's 3 up, 3 down for the Longhorns. We're going to be heading into the top of the 7th. There's definitely a sense of urgency here for the Longhorns. Top of the 7th. Take a quick look at that replay there. We'll be right back here on Oklahoma Sports Network.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam here. Gibstone, Leroy Blackfield, Marlow, Outlaw Baseball. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Outlaws lead the Lone Grove Longhorns 5-0. 7 hits for the Outlaws today. Been a great outing for Cooper Smith on the mound, and we're going to
go the distance, Coop.
Yep, I think he's going to get to go the distance here and just comes right back in with a great first pitch strike there to Cale McLean. Oh, Smith's really pitched a good game, and I know we've said that, but, man, I want to make sure we kind of harp on that, just a little foul ball there, 0-2 count.
Well, Randy, what makes a good game? Well, he's thrown strikes, he's trusted his defense, and he's been efficient, I believe he's just right at 85, 86.
Let's take another district game here at home where they beat Lone Grove Longhorns 5-0. Man, I just want to thank our sponsors real fast before we get out of here and before we talk just a minute. Marlow First, see lives changed by the gospel, one step at a time. R.D. Brown Properties and Management. Check us out on Facebook for our available properties. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and loyal to you. And O'Neill's Foreign Car Service. Call Mark or Jake, someone down there. They'll get you set up with some car service. 252-0123. That's going to do it here at Gibstone Leroy Blackfield. Marlow Outlaw Baseball. Outlaws take down the Lone Grove Longhorns 5-0. Don't forget, we'll be back here, Oklahoma Sports Network, with Marlow Outlaw Baseball on April the 11th, where we host Cash. Another district game, Jordy. Yep. And then we'll be back again on April the 19th where we host Plainview. We're going to try to follow the Outlaws as they take this as deep into postseason as they can go. And so we'll try to be there for that too. So for Randy Brown, Jordy McCaskill, Eric Sharam, Greg Brooks down here even, for all of us, and we are here. This is Outlaw Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll see you guys next time.